All right, here are some notable returning Hall of Fame nominees. Chauncey Billups, Chris Bosh, Swin Cash, Rip Hamilton, Becky Hammond, Bob Huggins,
How are some of these
Ben
people not
Wallace,
in already?
Chris Webber, and J. Wright Richard. All right, I want to make a case for some of these great players, starting with Mr. Big Shot, Chauncey
Big Shot,
Billups.
I would love to go in with Big Shot. Oh,
Right?
my gosh. Me and Big Shot go way back to high school. We played together in a tournament in high school. I've been knowing Chauncey that. And then we played in the same conference in college where we both won co-freshman of the year. So I would love, and then clearly Chauncey has been a model of professionalism and success in the NBA and out of the NBA. So
and Chauncey's story is so dope because when he came in, it wasn't like immediate success.
No.
Like he had to bounce around a little bit, and then he found his home. And then once he did it, and once he got that team in Detroit, I still think that Detroit team doesn't get nearly as much credit, going to 5 straight conference finals.
Yep.
2 NBA finals, winning a championship against the legend Lakers that had Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Kobe, Shaq. So it's like Chauncey and what he meant for that time period. He was one of the most dominant players. Their team was one of the most dominant teams over an era.
I was going to say, he was the leader of a team that certainly gave a bunch of character to an era of basketball. And your point about his path, I mean, he came in with high expectations, then supposedly didn't meet them, bounced around, ended up superseding those expectations by being a finals MVP and a champion. And I think the Hall of Fame needs players like that. It can't just be the guys who were incredible from day one, because that's not what the NBA or basketball, this game, is made up out of. So I really hope he gets the nod this year. All right, Paul, make the case for Chris Bosh, because he should get in too.
Yeah, he's had a great run. It started in Toronto with him averaging like 20 and 10 plus a year. And then he goes to Miami, wins championships. He's probably the best third option in NBA history. When you talk about LeBron being first and Wade being second, 2 guys who are probably top. LeBron is probably going to be the best small forward ever. Wade is probably going to go down as like top 3 two guards ever. Yeah. So, you know, for him to fall into that role and thrive, and he's the reason they beat us the one year in Miami. He knocked down a corner 3 that's still in my nightmares. I still remember that.
Well, and it's sacrifice, right? Like, that's when you want to be a champion. You have to sacrifice things. So he proved that sacrifice was worth it. So I like Chris Bosh definitely needs to be in.
Games,
Chris Bosh is a Hall of Famer.
He still should be playing.
I'm going to keep saying Ben Wallace is a Hall of Famer. And Richard, I know you agree with me that Chris Webber is a Hall of Famer too.
Look, that's the funny thing when we talk about the NBA and then you talk about the Hall of Fame. The Basketball Hall of Fame is everything that you have contributed to the game of basketball. #1 player coming out of high school. Fab Five, one of the most impactful names in the game of basketball. And then Rookie of the Year and all the things that he did while he was playing. Obviously, a knee injury shortened his career a little bit, but Chris Webber deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
And everything you contribute to basketball, he sold a lot of shoes, too.
A lot of shoes. Those first C-Web shoes were my favorite to this day.
He sold a lot of shoes.
Shout out my Uncle Robert for giving me
That's a contribution to basketball.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the 2021 class. The 2020 class, as we know, still hasn't been enshrined yet due to coronavirus. And we have some news on that front, too. The Naismith Hall of Fame class of 2020 enshrinement will be held May 13th through the 15th of next year. The class is headlined by the late Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Tamika Catchings, and Coach Rudy Tomjanovich. Paul, I'm fast forwarding. I think it's January already.
I'm going to be so disappointed if this class is inducted virtually, because I really need to be here to see these speeches from KG. I need to be there front and center.
Right?
Like, oh man, I mean, this guy is the epitome of hard work, discipline, and just tenacity. I mean, come on. Is there anybody more competitive than KG in the history of the NBA? If so, then let me know. I know Kobe was competitive, Gary Payton, but nobody showed the competitive drive more than him.
I don't know what they're going to do for Kobe's enshrinement. If Vanessa is asked to speak again, I mean, she was so remarkable at Kobe's memorial service. I don't know if she'll speak. I don't know if someone else will speak, but wow.
Yeah. 2 of those guys came out of high school.
Hall of Fame. Then Tim Duncan. There was a little bit of slander going on the internet the last couple of days, like Anthony Davis is better than Tim Duncan.
Come on.
Like people, like come on, like Anthony Davis is a bad man, but you really need to look at this man's resume. I don't know if there's going to be another individual that will come through, start to finish, with that type of resume that Tim Duncan has.
Oh, so much good stuff. Paul, congratulations again. We are really proud. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.